football family, from grassroots clubs to national heroes, an opportunity to have their voice heard over the next 6 weeks. The upcoming election for President and Executive Committee members promises transparency, unity, and progress for our beautiful game.
Welcome to Cola Cash, the simple, secure, and fast way to manage your everyday payments right from your phone. Getting started with Cola Cash is easy. Just enter your phone number and your 5-digit PIN to log in. In seconds, you're ready to take control of your payments. From the home screen, everything you need is right at your fingertips, from airtime to electricity to merchant payments and more. Running low on credit? Tap on airtime and data, select your network, and top up instantly, for yourself or someone else. Need to pay for electricity? No problem, just tap LEC, enter your meter number, and pay your bill in just a few taps. No lines, no hassle with Cola Cash. With merchant payments, you can pay at your favorite stores, restaurants, pharmacies, and more, safely and cash-free. Your Cola Cash wallet shows your balance at a glance, and you can easily access other options like in-app notifications from every transaction, agent locations, and merchant locations whenever you need to. And if you ever need help, our support team is just a tap away, ready to assist. Download Cola Cash today on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store.
Join me in Bengagba Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and take part in shaping the future of Liberian football. Your vote and your voice matter. Don't miss Lfa Decides 2026, beginning Monday, March 2 at 11 a.m. on Intel Sports, the passion for broadcasting.
A very pleasant good morning, wherever you are listening or viewing us around the world. I love to say a pleasant warm welcome. This is another presentation of Lfa Decides 2026. Today's Tuesday, March 24th, promises to be a very fascinating and provocative conversation with regard to one of the most influential women in football over the last 20 years, if you like. She wants to make a comeback at the level of the executive committee. And so we've invited her to have her say. I must mention that she's away from home, so it means that we are taking her from the United States of America. I have the pleasing honor and duty to welcome Madam Rochelle Woodson to Lfa Decides 2026. Madam Woodson, welcome to the program. I see you look very prepared. Thank you, but I think a production room has to do some sort of adjustment. To be honest, I did not hear you whatsoever. I saw the lips moving, but I did not hear you. So we'll take a very short break while the adjustments are being made. And let me welcome you to this ad I've been running for some time. I'm going to give you more options if you don't have options for spending, sending, saving, and paying your bills. You can use Cola Cash.
Program titled Lfa Decides 2026. This platform provides 45 minutes of daily interaction, giving every member of our football family, from grassroots clubs to national heroes, an opportunity to have their voice heard over the next 6 weeks. The upcoming election for President and Executive Committee members promises transparency, unity, and progress for our beautiful game. Join me in Ben Gagba Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and take part in shaping the future of Liberian football. Your vote and your voice matter. Don't miss Lfa Decides 2026 beginning Monday, March 2 at 11 a.m. on Intel Sports, the passion for broadcasting.
Welcome to Cola Cash, the simple, secure, and fast way to manage your everyday payments right from your phone. Getting started with Cola Cash is easy. Just enter your phone number and your 5-digit PIN to log in. In seconds, you're ready to take control of your payments. From the home screen, everything you need is right at your fingertips, from airtime to electricity to merchant payments and more. Running low on credit? Tap on airtime and data, select your network, and top up instantly, for yourself or someone else. Need to pay for electricity? No problem, just tap LEC, enter your meter number, and pay your bill in just a few taps. No lines, no hassle with Cola Cash. With merchant payments, you can pay at your favorite stores, restaurants, pharmacies, and more, safely and cash-free. Your Cola Cash wallet shows your balance at a glance, and you can easily access other options like in-app notifications from every transaction, agent locations, and merchant locations whenever you need to. And if you ever need help, our support team is just a tap away, ready to assist. Download Cola Cash today on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and experience the freedom of fast, secure payments wherever you are. Cola Cash, improving the way you spend, send, receive, save, and pay. Welcome to Cola Cash, the simple, secure, and fast way to manage.
And like I said, we have Rochelle GD Woodson. Many dupe her as the Iron Lady of Liberian football. She served 2 terms of 8 years at the level executive committee from 2010 to 2018. So like I said, I have the honor to welcome Rochelle. Let's have the chance, especially for me to hear you again, when I try introducing you, Madam Woodson. Welcome again.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you to the Intel family for the invite. Am I sounding much better?
Absolutely clear. I'm hearing you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'd love for you to introduce yourself, because I'm providing the platform, but I may not have the better words to introduce you. Who are you?
As you rightly said, many describe me as the Iron Lady of Liberia football, the original. I'm Rochelle Akpo Woodson. I've been an executive committee member for 8 years. I served as president for many clubs in both male and female divisions. And currently, I'm the CEO for Rover Ladies. I also a shareholder for Workers Football Club. And I have vast experience in football and sports leadership. I earned a master's degree in sports leadership from the University of Northeastern in Boston. So now I support the president re-election for 3rd term. And this is Rochelle Woodson.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go straight into the meat of the conversation. A couple of years back, I recall in the first tenure of the current president of the LFA, you were opting to go for the presidency, to contest for the presidency. And then in the few while, when the election came closer, you lower your ambition, you contested as vice president on the election which you lost to Mr. Siku Ayatoda Kone. And then this time around, you are not contesting for vice president instead, you're contesting for an executive committee seat. What had caused you to lower your ambition?
Ben, I didn't lower my ambition. It's the statute that was passed in 2022, of which I oppose, and some of my colleagues today who are on the executive committee are opposing it now, but they have 4 years there as vice president, sitting vice president. They will have solicit a signature to go back to the Congress for us to change that law to give the president the authority to make appointments from the executive committee. So this is where we are, and I was among the people that voted in 2022 when Club Bureau, now Borough FC, Eric carried that proposal to the Congress, giving the authority to the president to appoint vice president after you have been elected as executive committee member. So this is the law, and I have to be elected as an executive committee member first before the president can look in the ranks and file of the current executive committee, and then he can appoint his vice president. So it's the statute that gives the president authority to do that, and so we are.
In your introduction, you did say that you support the third term bid of President Raji. A few months, if not years back, you will vehemently campaign against President Raji. What are the indicators? What are the things that have changed for which now you are on board?
First of all, I have never attended campaign in the election against Raji. I oppose his leadership. I oppose some of the implementation and violation of the statute, which is statutory, and which I have advocated for a lot of things that wasn't done correctly, which the administration did listen to some of them and it did not. But to say I campaign against him, I campaign on the issue of revising the statute to lower the requirement for university graduate or college graduate to sit for president. That's why I oppose. Because today, Ben, all the things I oppose is a face fight right here today. If we have kept the standard of education in the statute to have a college graduate to contest the presidency and vice president, we wouldn't have seen all of this that is ongoing right now. And that provision will have limited people. Maybe my brother Cassel wouldn't have been in the race because he's not a college graduate. So again, these are things I oppose, and this is where we are today. So I did not campaign against Raji. I campaigned on issues that I felt that was not in the interest of football, and that's why I campaigned against.
Today, do you get the full support of the president, President Raji, in your quest to be executive committee member?
First of all, let us put on the record, what happened in 2022 can never happen in these elections. The president is the sitting vice president on the Olympic Committee to FIFA. He's a current CAF executive committee member. He cannot support any candidate, BA or sitting executive committee, or those that support him. Secondly, I did not sit on table with Raji to give him my support. I gave him support based on my conviction that he has done a little bit of transformation in football. I believe that when I came I came back after my graduation and in sports leadership, I have so much to contribute to the development of football instead of just advocating and criticizing the administration. So I thought I would have been an asset. So I decided to give him support. Lastly, I gave Raji support based on his vulnerability, to which today you can see you have not seen a certain executive committee member standing in public having press conference or conferences in support of this president. We who outside, we are considered third party. We are the one that support this president. We are the one have been abused, intimidated, and insulted for this president. But not a current executive committee member has done it. I was able to bring my colleague Chris on the opposition, Chris, we are to come so we can support the president against my brother Cassel. And you understand. But now, this time around, the executive committee and saying that the president is supporting me, which he's not supporting me. He cannot support me, and he cannot support no sitting executive committee member. At the time, we will use the judiciary measure and to go and file complaint if we find out. Because right now, whatever he does, we have people within the cycle of stakeholders who are loyal to us. If you come
I want to interrupt you. I want to sincerely apologize for interrupting you. Initially, you struck a point that I want for us to highlight. You did say you haven't sat with the president on the table and giving him your support, but you've been doing so in the last weeks, if not months or so. And the basic reason you give is that there's been some level of transformation. The basic reason you say so is because there's been some level of transformation on the level of football. And after your schooling in administrative management at the level of sports, you think that you must come and contribute. Has the president nodded? Has the president nodded to you on some of the points you've just spoken on about right now on the show? Has he nodded his head, say, "Oh yes, yeah, you are in the right direction and you have made a good decision"?
Of course, yes, of course, he has been receptive. He has been listening to me, giving him some advices, and pushing some agenda for football development and the way how the competition, women's football, men's football. He has been very cooperative, and I enjoy his support in that direction. So I can say I enjoy the support of the secretariat as well. And as many as times I call people in the secretariat, they do listings. I mean, they do listing and they do get things done. When in the interest of football, not particularly me as a person or my club, but also for football development. So he has been receptive and welcoming, and we have had conversation, but not on giving support. It was astonishing to him that when he heard that I was campaigning against Cassell and campaigning for him, it took him months for him to actually believe, that I was a lawyer. But again, I'm an independent woman, and I tell God, thank you for my independence, both education, financial wise. So when I make this decision, I make it based on my independence. It's not, targeted or surrounded with any financial gains or position. No, that's not who I am. My loyalty is just direct, and I tell you how it is. And if you like me for it, fine. If you don't like me, and that's fine. That's your choice. That's your opinion.
Okay, Rochelle, let's discuss the executive committee position that you are seeking for. I mean, you have two very experienced women. I mean, you served 8 years. Judy Seaton is also going to contest. In the April elections, she's said 8 years and she's opting for a third consecutive term. Both of you, I don't believe, have the same platform or will support each other. You both will want to want one position to be the chair on Women Football Committee. What makes you think you are good enough to occupy that position ahead of the incumbent Judy Seaton?
So let me give you a backtrack. Before, when we took the executive committee, we had 2 women on the executive committee. In 2010, it was my mother, T. Sheba Brown, and myself. I ran in the general elections, and I won because I was going on a 2nd division representative slot. At that time, we were voting on constituents. So I won on the 2nd division slot, and I became an executive committee member. In 2014, Sheba and I, we opted to have another executive committee member when FIFA asked that all member associations should have 1 member in leadership, another female. But we who have said no because we were already 2 to be selfish, but we did not do it. We also allocated a seat for a female in 2014, and that's how we brought Seattle Bishop on that seat, the late this week to her arches. So we were 3 women up to 2018 when we left the executive committee. And unfortunately, we only have 1 woman occupying 2 seats, which I believe that women representation is low. I wouldn't have been an EC member 8 years in Mustafa administration to only be alone. No, I don't do that. I encourage women in football. I go out there, find people to come and join me and join other us because we are low in football. There's a men's dominant sports, and we need to be more so can be able to be in leadership. So
having said so, I'm sorry for interrupting you again. I mean, I have been doing this for some time. Having said so, have you communicated with Judy Seaton-Reed in recent time? And if yes, what has been the conversation? What has she been telling you?
Not really though, and I don't think we have uh anything like to talk about in regards to these elections. She haven't called me. I haven't spoken to her. The last time we talked was when I was in Liberia. She called me once, and we spoke on something else. But I don't see the need for us to talk and discuss on these elections. And
And you are
Ben,
going
you
to
keep
be a
on, you
challenger
keep,
to
you,
her now. And there's no
yeah,
one
but Ben,
position, and both of you want it.
No, Ben, this is the election. Let people be understand. Let the stakeholder understand this, and even the public. Today, people are opposing the re-election of Rajiv for third term. But is Judy going for third term? Why she can't have a competition? Why? It's not only Raji alone going for third term, and I see that executive committee members then are hammering the president that he supports me, which is a myth. That's a lie. Raji didn't even know my decision, and he can't even advise me because I willingly supported him. He didn't ask for my support. So when I make my decision based on my conviction. And I believe that women representation is low, and that's the fact. Everything has been seen. So that's why I went decided to contest. Judy have gone unopposed twice, unlike elect the president, who have gone unopposed and going for the third term. But nobody sees Judy, third term as a problem, only the president. But again, there's a media who takes the glory, everything that the president enjoys. You have Sekou Kone, who is going for third term, and this is a 14 years being on the executive committee. He was executive committee member 2006 to 2010. He ended accepting as vice president of operation in 2016 to 2018. Then he went for election at VPA 2018 and 2022 when he beat me. Nobody sees it. You got Alvin Brown, you got Kevin Bayo, you got Pewala Giant. All of these people are going for re-election for third term. Why is only the president? Why? They are all collections that on the president platform, and they all enjoy the benefit of Mustafa Raji. They all want his support. They all want him to campaign for them. But yet and say, when everything going against him, none of them go and stand up for him. We
Madam
are the
Wilson
third
will come
party
to that.
that go and support him.
We will come to that. We'll come to the president issue. Let's stick with you for a while. You've said before.
You cannot divorce me from the president right now in this election.
I
So
know,
we gotta
yeah,
be
but
clear on
let's
this
let's
one.
let's talk Woodson.
Okay.
Let's talk Woodson, what she has to offer. You said before for 8 years you want to come back. What extra thing are you coming with for which you think football stakeholders should elect you in April?
So as I said, low representation of women. First of all, on the executive committee, you go by the president platform and his agenda. I think he wants a legacy agenda that will ensure that we build on it after he leaves leadership 2030. And for me, I go and support, but I also believe that women representation should be increased. So one of the things the seat for women at the Congress right after I'm elected, the next ordinary Congress, I will support a proposal to have another seat for women. So at least we have 2 women representative on the executive committee, and probably before 2030 we will reach at 3. So that is one of my goals, and I intend to achieve it on the executive committee. I intend to have unity with more women stakeholders and the men stakeholders. I intend that club licensing platform enforces the rules on the rules of first division clubs, only a female club. That is something that needs to be enforced. And it's not only for the financial gain, it's also for development of football. For example, I'm a partner to B Mountain. Have you seen the vast investment of B Mountain? If B Mountain is sincere in football development, right? Today, Rover will even have a 1-day section of the white turkey coach to go on my practice ground to train. You know what that does? It boosts the morale, the performance, increase. Even the coaches that there will learn from what the turkey coach will be teaching the girls. Other people in the community, girls, will see the importance of coming to play football. So these things needs to be enforced, and this is what when I'm elected, I will make sure that we enforce this law. Again, women football development, we see there are contests, a lot of contests are introducing women football, which is a good thing, but we need money. Without money, we cannot do it. So currently in the upper league will be 12 teams. We will try to sit down among ourselves to write our proposal so we can be able to seek sponsorship for women. And I think when we go and sell the sponsorship to those who we intend to help us, they will definitely do it today. We were able to benefit 25,000 from LPRC, which is laudable. And for me, when I'm elected, I tell you, I have the negotiating skills to be able to get more for women football and also men's football.
Okay, Mana Wusim, let's discuss the hardcore politics. Somewhere in the grapevine, we've heard that the president is playing you out. It's probably because of the running debates and huge criticism that you meted against him before in time past. Have you heard this? Because we've seen lots of things in football election, in the politics. I mean, most stakeholders are playing their cards in their chest like this, but we see Madam Wusin is all playing like this in support of the president and what she wants to happen. And inevitably, you and I know that the president is not going to support anybody. But like you said, there hasn't been a communication between the both of you on a table to discuss plans. So how do you reconcile the statement that you're supporting the president and there are thoughts in the grapevine that the president is playing you out?
So it's a romance, but I treat every romance important, and I believe that Mustafa and I have served so long in football. We have seen a lot of elections. Our belief is better to have an open enemy than to have somebody who is your friend behind the scene. So if you have a current executive meeting members and vice president still talking to the opposition, getting their frustration on why the president will be appointing, but yet still telling the president that he's supporting me, you got to rethink. And you have people on the executive meeting that still reaching for support on the other side, and and giving information while they're in executive meeting, opening the phone and Kasa is getting the information. He got to rethink where he got his support. I'm a very open, transparent person. As I told you, he did not pay for my loyalty or my support. I openly gave it to him. So if the campaign against him is up to him, I have nothing to lose if I lost elections. I have nothing to lose. I will still be a club owner. I will still support football. I have passion for football. I've been into this 30 years. If I can value my money from the time I came into football in 1995 up to now, I would have been a millionaire with a lot of real estate properties around here. But yeah, I did not do it. So it's not only for the position. I'm an asset to Liberian football. So minus being in leadership, it's up to him. He listened to them, it's fine. But I can tell you for sure, I'm an earnest person. Those that on there, many people in the executive meeting today who have aligned themselves with my brother, I said openly, who have received funds from him and who gave his information and said negative things about the president to him. That why Kasa is so confident today if he goes to election to Mustafa, he will beat him because they are giving him assurance. I don't do that. I said it's a brother to me. We have gone through things and things. We have gone through a lot. I have done things for him. He has done things for me. And and it hurts me. And the manner in which he proceeded. But again, he's my brother, and I always told him the truth. But I have cut off my relationship with Kasa only the fact that I don't want to play double stand-up because I'm not that person. But you got people on the executive meeting now who play double stand-up, but they still need the president's support to campaign. But trust me, this president, this time, he cannot campaign for nobody, Ben. Trust me.
The woman dupe iron leader in Liberian football, Rochelle G.D. Woodson, is our guest. She served as president for several clubs. We'll come to the issue of your alliance with World Girls. But if I'm checking, it's for the 5th time you have mentioned Kasa Cole as your brother, okay, from the onstart of this conversation. Why do you think your brother should not head the FA? From the manner and form in which you have been describing him, like I said, 5 different times since we started 1 minute after 11 o'clock. Why do you think your brother should not be president of the FA?
You're actually checking the time you've been. Oh,
yeah.
God. You are actually checking the amount of times I've called. Oh,
5.
God. No, he's my brother, and the same as Raji. It's just that I met Raji before him, and I met Raji out of football. Nobody introduced me to him in football. I met him out of football. We did transactions, and and that's when I got to know him. But unlike Kase, I met Kase in football, and we became very close. And he's very, very good person and very passionate. Unfortunately, there's a law that we passed on the executive committee. He passed that law, even though he wasn't there when we passed the law on the yeah, he was there when we passed that law when you get convicted and you cannot pass president again. Unfortunately, the law is the law. I wish we didn't have it there, but again, the law is the law. And I ask him, I continue to say to his follower, his people, let him test the process. Don't go to ordinary court. Go and seek the judiciary process within the LFA. You haven't even applied yet, as I was told. He has not even applied. So while we're running to court, apply, get denied, and go through the appeal process. And I heard a lot of his people saying that the judiciary process is slow, the LFA will delay in serving. I said, no, when it comes to election, it's an ad hoc committee, so they have to speed up the process. Like I took the LFA to cast in 2018. And a lot of executive committees signed that paper, including Ansu Dole today we signed, and we carried the LFA to cast, right, on the basis of irregularity and statute violation. I sent it to the arbitration. At that time, the chairman was Charlie Brunskin, and they denied, and I went to cast. And the only reason that I did not win that case was the fact that I did not register to be a candidate. So I asked him, Mr. Kwok, and all of his supporters who want to contest, be a candidate or be an expert. Go and register, and then you have a case. Try the process.
So may I interject on this point? I'm sorry for interrupting again. I think for the third time I've interrupted you. But here is the point here. Mr. Cole doesn't trust the process. He doesn't believe the process is transparent, free, and fair. If the setup committee for the election has the integrity, so he believes that if he carries his case there, it will not be looked into time. So some of the reasons why he hasn't done this, instead, he has opted to go to the Supreme Court and other lower courts.
So, Ben, assumption is not facts. For me, I believe in evidence-based. You got to test the process. I can tell you that I enjoyed the process, and you know my record in football. I have been suspended 3 times, went through the process. I have been expelled twice, went through the process. So you have to have evidence before you can come up with this analysis. Other than that, not base your evidence on other people. And every situations are different. This is the election period, unlike on a normal situation. And when you have to go through the secretariat and to file a complaint, then the Secretary General can take it to the committee responsible. No elections have their own committee. So that's the process. They cannot delay on any case that will go to election because there's a time frame for the election. If anything that happen after the election, if they don't see rule, then it's up to the LFA to live up to any consequences that the candidate will take. So again, you have to test the process. I always encourage everybody because he wants to be president today. If we cannot respect the statute, the very statute that covers football, if he becomes president tomorrow, who gonna respect the statute? It means that every stakeholder will be running to ordinary court to go for redress, and that is not football. That is not football. That's not how football laws are governed.
Madam Wusi, you've been in football for a very long period of time, even into football administration. During your 30-plus years stay in football. I want you to give a vivid picture of how it works at that level. Kaseko, I talk about matters on the pitch now. Kaseko have repeatedly said all the infrastructural developments that the current leadership has carried on, they are all cosmetic. The FIFA funds, once FIFA sent the money, development of these pitches can be executed by any other person who is serving as president of the LFA. But he believes that the current LFA leadership needs to move outside of what FIFA and CAF is giving as sponsorship or as support to football, and governors more money to support football. And there is where he thinks he has his strength, he has the connection, he has the people out there to bring them in Liberian football, to raise a lot of money, for example, to carry our national team to its first World Cup, for us to play a couple of African Cup of Nations, which he haven't played for over 20 plus years or so. How does it really work at that level?
So again, seeing is believing. We see Cassette spend a lot of money on his club, but besides the club and other clubs that he affiliates with, I don't see him spending outside of that range in that box. Football is a holistic thing, and having money or access to money, this administration has tried. And in the absence of low government budgeting for football, it becomes impossible. When you see businesses are not getting profit for them to be able to go about social corporate responsibility, it also is a problem. But yet and still, this administration, after we lost the second sponsorship, now that at least they were able to acquire sponsorship through Maritime, and we also got 25,000 for LPRC. They are working, but the variables in the country in terms of business responding to sponsorship is something different. So I don't know from where Cassette speaks. The last time I remember, I talked to the CPA chair, Savannah, to also ask Cassette to support the league when we lost the orange sponsorship, and for Neve to take over. And he said that he wanted to own the league. I told him that it's a conflict because he can be a club team to sponsor the whole league. But again, the LFA said that he did not write them because they were, open up to see what he has to sustain, not only just to get sponsorship. If you want to get a sponsorship, 3 years in sponsorship, they want to see the cash flow, how you got your business running to be able to sustain the league. Not only that. So he did not go there. But again, he has passion. He has to show his connections, what he's able to do. The last time I remember, hold on 1 second.
Madam
the last time I remember,
don't you think that was so harsh and that was biased for the LFA to have requested to see Mr. Cole's cash flow in his business before they accept a sponsorship deal?
No, don't take me for a fact. I said the LFA will open up to discuss with him. So probably some of these things will have come out. That's something I said. I didn't say that what the LFA require of him. He did not apply or did not send any communication of intent that he wanted to sponsor the league. It was only talking that I told Savannah to ask him and went to him, and he said he wanted to sponsor the league. We brought it to the president, and he said, let him write. And if he writes, we will go and start a discussion, which he did not do. So that's something he said, but he did not write the LFA for them to have the discussion for every other thing, that I'm saying. I just proposing or something, suggesting in my mind that maybe it will have been some of the things that will come up, but don't quote me, don't hold me there, because that's
I can understand that. So you've been in America for some weeks, if not months now, and you're keeping your eyes on everything happening here. You've been in the vanguard of fighting, for your rights at the level of football administration. You've been suspended thrice, expelled twice. That's according to yourself. What do you make of the rivalry currently between?
You can go check.
Now, I know. I want to quote you now. I want to take you for your word now. So, what do you make of the rivalry between Cassette Cole and Mustafa Raji of late, ahead of these processes that are coming in Harper City, Maryland County? One point that has been mentioned is that Cassette may not contest because he is a convicted felon. That is the two-word, convicted felon. Mr. Cole has said overly, he's a brand new person, he served his sentence, and that would be a violation of his constitutional right. And we all are aware that no other law supersedes the entire country law. Where do you stand on this?
So I don't know if Cassette lawyers are advising you rightly. If you look at the election committee eligibility clause, it did not say convicted criminal. It's not there. So that's why I say apply. Let us see on what ground they're going to disqualify you. But there are grounds there in the election eligibility that would disqualify him because they talk about integrity. So it's not about conviction. You may be clear from the Supreme Court to contest, but the Supreme Court cannot tell the election committee on what to write the language in integrity. Every institution should have integrity, clause there to protect the institution. So they have financial fraud, they have financial stuff in the election committee guidelines for elections. So for me, I believe his constitutional right is not violated. He can contest, but it will be he can be disqualified based on eligibility clause, maybe his integrity, maybe fraud, wire fraud, financial fraud. There's law in the statute that also prevented former President Weah from contesting as president. You have to be in football for 2 years, so you have to be 25 years old to be as a committee member. So there are laws that in the statute that prevents people from contesting. So if the election committee come on and put it in their own guidelines, which is their statutory right, and in the election code of conduct to do, I just think that he should go and seek, apply, get disqualified. The committee will give him reason why he's disqualified, and then he can challenge his disqualification in the system. He can go to CAS, and then he got a case. But going to ordinary court to seek redress is a disservice to the very institution that he wants to lead.
Let's now speak about your alliance with World Girls. You were president before, and the last I learned, the president for World Girls is one Madam Molly Jabo. And you say you are a shareholder in World Girls. What is the personal relationship between you and Miss Jabo?
Oh, I don't know her from nowhere. I just don't know her, just saw her being appointed. But now we have issues. I contested, wrote a letter to contest her presidency on the article of incorporation that is within the LFA since 2018 when I got on board with FA. I have 50% share of workers, and Lami Konowa have 50% equal shares. And in that very article, I'm the president in the article of incorporation, and Lami is the board chair. So as we speak right now, that article of incorporation hasn't been amended by the Liberia Business Registry. It haven't been changed to the Liberia Football Association. That article is still in force, it's still in use, and therefore I contested it to the LFA that they should not recognize her as president. They should go by the article, because I remember vividly the president came on air one time regarding determined girls when Cassette said he was CEO. He said that there is no record in the LFA that states Cassette to be CEO. It was what's his name, Pumping and Polo, assisting 40% share. So now I have 50-50 share, and in the article I'm the president. So the LFA should do the needful to recognize me as president. It's only the court can make that decision to take not even the court. I should be the one willingly going to, give up my shares or to the Liberia Business Registry to Lami, which that's something I cannot do. I invested over $150,000 into football for the 4 years I was there. We had internal problem, and he decided to do what he wants to do, but it's internal, and we will work on it. That's a corporation.
I have two concerns. As yet, I should have invited Madam Jabo on this platform, but then it was delayed. I think we'll do that next week, and we're inviting her in the position of president of World Girls. But the main concern I have is that you say you have 50% share in World Girls, and that 50% share has to come with responsibility. Are you still incurring the responsibility that values that 50% share in World Girls?
That's something that's something that the court will have to decide, because if you have a shareholder who has the same equal right and want to monopolize that he has more authority, it becomes a problem. So in the absence of a full board to have a board resolution, which he does not have the authority to use to have to do unilateral thing with other board, are also an issue. So right now, I I can fight, but to some extent, I just don't want to fight. So I will go through the code and at the same time, the LFA to respect whatever document that is in its possession. And then the court, we will go to court to see how best we can be able to sort up the responsibility as enshrined in the article of incorporation that no one will violate and no one will, none of us shareholder with equal share will be able to, hijack the club on its own selfish reason.
So may I add a follow-up, an addendum to that question? When last did he liquidate? When last did he liquidate World Girls FC?
If you can't get access, how can I liquidate? When people put a barrier and disconnect you from there, how do you liquidate? And I don't want to, so I have to go through the process of the LFA, and the LFA cannot get internal ranking into a corporation, so we have to go to court. And that's where we are. So the LFA can only recognize the documents, it can only enforce the document that is in its possession in the club licensing system, which is the article that says I'm the president and have 50% share. That's the work of the LFA. How we go and do the rules and go in for liquidation, pay money and do whatever within that. And if your partner is not allowing you to do that, only the court can make that determination. So
has the LFA responded to you with respect to you still being president of World Girls FC?
It's a back and forth thing, and I think I have tried my best and my exercise some patience, and with them, because for me, I think it's unfair in the manner in which they are treating the case. Its internal matter is corporation, and you cannot go on to change a certain precedent based on an email from a single board, from a board chairman email to say the president resigned or the president is no longer president for this club. On an email, an organization of an organization like the LFA. You haven't seen in the email, you never saw the LFA copy, you never saw no board member copy, you never even saw the copy and what's it in the general secretary or copy in the email. So that email is purported. You didn't even verify if my account was hacked. Nothing. The LFA did, and I continue to say it's an internal corporation. You cannot go into the corporation and talk into corporation shareholders and business. What you only needed was the article in corporation, and our article is clear. The article says Rochelle Wilson is the president of Workers, Lami Konowa is the board chairman. So until the court can say otherwise, or the LBR, the Liberal Business Registry, can say otherwise, you got to enforce what is with you.
So what that means is that this is legality in football. And the legal code for football to remedy that situation is the appeals committee. Did Madam Rochelle Woodson take this appeal to the LFA appeal committee seeking redress?
No, I can't go. No. I can't go to the appeal committee. The only thing is good to. The only thing I do is to contest the presidency, and the legal committee is not an appeal. I'm not appealing no decision. I'm contesting her presidency. This is a corporation. This is government entity business. So the LFA cannot do otherwise. Only to respect what is there for them to implement. We will go to court now in the place of corporation. It's in the law. You go to ordinary court. We found our article of incorporation on the government. So it's only the government can make that determination on whether I remain president or not, or whether the article of incorporation should be, or amended, whether I give my share waiting it or I waive it. It's only the court, but the LFA does not have the legal jurisdiction to take over that matter. The only thing they have to do is to go by what is on the article of incorporation to be enforced. And that's what I'm contesting right now.
It's about 11:48. We just fractionally passed the closure time of LFA Decides 2026.
You kept interrupting me.
LFA 2026, but I let them revolve around some issues. You made a point where you said no executive committee member supporting the president of the LFA, Mr. Mustafa Raji, when he has situation like going to court and whatsoever. So what that means is that some people are playing their cards in their hand or in their chest like this, right? So what I want to know is that Mother Wilson, who exactly within the executive committee is opting for election in April, and then we'll be playing double agent game? Can you give a hint? Because you earlier said that executive committee member goes to a meeting and open his phone up or her phone up, and the recording goes straight to Tim Kasser Kiam.
So let me be clear on the record. It's something like on so many occasions there are information or meeting minutes leaked to Kasser, and in the Liberia football chat room, Kasser King said he's part of the executive meeting. It's not me. He's quoting them. And there are so many executive meeting members, including vice president, in that chat room, which yourself is also in. Kasser say, I'm in the executive meeting. Anything you say, I know. So if they can't find out who is giving information, it's not my business to say it. But the president, everybody get a way to support him. Maybe because I can't in front, right? And then some of them are behind the scene. But who sees your support behind the scene? Like, for example, the president has been openly attacked on his nationality. There's not football. There's no correct. They can even speak in the public to talk something about the man you seeking support from. If you go and say, oh, I want to contest in 2026, so I will just not contest as president, the president is supposed to go for 10. But if I'm elected as a certain representative in 2029, can I contest as president in 2030? So you got people within the executive committee who, are planning to contest in 2030 and, and still one alliance with people in the opposition. And, you still going to people in the opposition to flag out issue why the president should appoint. But you can sit down there, and, in the executive meeting, and you don't raise those issues. That is disservice, and this is hypocritical, and and it's a disservice to Mustafa. But in the same vein, you want Mustafa to support you in the open. When you can't get any open support, or he should go and say, I'm going to carry my executive meeting, re-elect all of them. This stakeholder and this president cannot do this at this time. Everybody, yesterday I love what. Hold on, Ben. Hold on, let me link. I love what happened yesterday. 30 clubs gave endorsement. That endorsement say Mustafa Raji Une. They not call no easy member. Stakeholder will never be bored again to say, oh, we're carrying the whole team. Some people, they have been easy member. They have never watched one women football game. Just of late, that when they start going to women football games, some of them have not even watched any male game. But just as they're going there to watch him. So Stable are not stupid anymore. Stable ain't stupid anymore. When we reach
some people have not watched women football games, such as.
There's so many there on the executive meeting. Trust me, they are there. And when we reach to where the campaign will go, we will definitely call him. But for us, we will support the president. We cannot get support from the president. We cannot get support from the opposition. We are third party, Chris and myself, Elvis, and other people, what is name, Poker Rawa, who want to run, he support the president, but the president cannot openly support him. And now on the opposition, we're going to struggle to get vote for in the opposition before we can win. And, it's unfair. But this is election, we will make way, and, and we'll get votes, and we will win. Obviously, we will win. But the president cannot support no easy member openly. Yeah, sure.
She's never been short of confidence.
Of course, no, that president, no, Ben, let me beg you, let me link. When you go in the midst, we're talking about bribery, we're talking about bribery. But if you go and tell a club president to not give nomination to another person on the grounds that you are certain EC member or you're a certain person, that's inducement, that's a crime. We're getting no information, we're partying it up. If you go in the boardroom and go sit down and tell your club president that you want to change them, right? You want to change them to election so they can go and vote, and you bring your own people to go and vote. That's not going to work. It will not work today. It will not work tomorrow.
And you might have read my mind. I was just about to ask you, you have an issue with world girls. It's difficult, if not impossible, to see them nominating you. Who's going to nominate you to contest by the executive committee?
They will nominate me for now to Thursday. They will nominate me.
Wow.
World girls will nominate me.
What guys?
Don't worry. That would be the time. That would be the time. Now, me and the LFA will take it from there. Because if I should boost my confidence in this election, I must get nomination from the club that I own share. I'm a 50% shareholder. So I'm not an ordinary person and I'm a president. So we will take it from there. I can't, you know, me, I just look at the people who can be going to court. I don't go to court. At the end of that day, if I ain't get my right, trust me, Ben, cause I will register, but there will be problem. I'm telling you.
Have you submitted all your documents for the registration process?
I will not submit. I'm submitting. I said Thursday, any day like 20, March 2026 is Thursday, 5 o'clock. I'm submitting because I'm waiting for nomination. When the incumbents are there and telling people to not give me nomination, we hearing all those things. The people coming back to me and tell me. But at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, Pastor will give me nomination. Trust me. You'll see me with Pastor nomination carrying it on Thursday. Oh, he's my brother.
We have to close here in 5 minutes to 12 o'clock, Madam Rochelle Woodsey.
You don't believe me? If you don't believe me, no, tell me if you don't believe me. Thursday, if you not see me carry cassette nomination to the LFA, don't never respect me.
But why do I say I don't believe you? I know you're a very powerful woman in women football. You have shown your power many times. Not once, not twice, not thrice.
$500. Exactly. And you will pay my $500. Not only give me nomination, but you pay my $500. And let's see, me I
your brother
behind the scene are too open. Yes, Cassette.
Your brother Cassette will pay your $500 for registration, and he club will nominate you.
Nomination. Yes.
And you will not vote for him. Your club worker will not vote for him.
You want that? That man.
No, I'm not doubting.
To me as I am. You doubt it? Okay, let's wait Thursday. I will give you a copy of Patel nomination. I will send it to you. Don't doubt me.
I'm not doubting you at all. I have no reason to doubt you. I know how powerful you are. So we've talked a lot. We will go on and on, but it's almost 12 o'clock.
Look, let me make you the honor thing. That's elections, right? Election is election. If other people can sneak to go to cafe to get to go get support, I don't sneak. I'm open, transparent. I will go there and tell you what I can do. I'm honest. And everybody know me for my honesty and my boldness. I don't sneak. So I would tell Cassette he would do it. He ain't got choice. I said no from where we came from. But what I've done for him. He owe me. He knows that he's my little brother. So I will talk to him. Even though they make him impossible, that I can talk to him. He disrespected me too, but he apologized. But I will speak to my brother. That family business can bend, but he can do it. And he will choose me any day over any candidate that competing with me. He will choose me. And he will say anybody that he will choose me.
It's been an interesting conversation, and I want to appreciate you so much for waking up so early in the US to be with us for almost an hour now. Let's close. Is there anything we didn't say you want to end on this interview?
No, that's a lot we did not say, but again, thank you for the invite. We are the third party. We now consider ourselves third party. Me, Chris, Elvis, all the people that are supporting the president, who the executive committee, kicking against and say we should not go there because they're entitled to be executive committee and vice president. So that's their right, and nobody should go there. We there. We will fight. We will go through the storm. We will weather the storm, and definitely now let's take over. We know who on the side. The president will not send no list in our election hall because we'll be sitting there. And when you get any list, the person, somebody, know me, and they will know poker round. They will know the other person. So it will not, it can be like 2022 where they use her in the Nima Black and last minute to turn the soul up because we're in opposition. This time we in position. But I'm telling you, Ben, we in position. So you support the president, it's hard for you to go now and say, Rochelle Nima not be on the list. Somebody will be there who support the president, but Rochelle have been, talking for the president. Why must I be wicked and pay her evil? Here, new will spoil again. We'll catch out.
Thank you ever so much.
Again, yeah, thank you so much. When I come to Liberia, I was sitting pressing to that video.
Yeah. One edition awaits you. One edition awaits you live Okay, so that's
Of
the
course,
voice of
yeah, as always. But to
Rochelle.
my stakeholders, to my amazing stakeholders, and Ben, let me just close. But to the amazing stakeholders, Rochelle Wilson has no boundaries. You know, I speak fast, I speak truth to power. Let us go into the election fair, transparently. You know, vote right. You know, vote for representation, vote for football development, vote for the interest of football. This time, we'll not just sell out people because of the president. The president do not support a candidate, value the candidate. Look at the interaction, look at what the candidate can do for football. Let the person be passionate and have that, you know, camaraderie to be able to, you know, lead. And that's why I asked of you stakeholder in April 18, 2026 in Maryland County. Be voting for Rochelle. Fair representation.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. The voice
Thank
of
you so
Rochelle
much.
G.D. Wilson, ending this presentation of Lfa Decides 2026. And I must mention that we are proud to be in association with Cola Cash. Good afternoon.
Phone. Getting started with Cola Cash is easy. Just enter your phone number and your 5-digit PIN to log in. In seconds, you're ready to take control of your payments. From the home screen, everything you need is right at your fingertips, from airtime to electricity to merchant payments and more. Running low on credit? Tap on airtime and data, select your network, and top up instantly, for yourself or someone else. Need to pay for electricity? No problem, just tap LEC, enter your meter number, and pay your bill in just a few taps. No lines, no hassle with Cola Cash. With merchant payments, you can pay at your favorite stores, restaurants, pharmacies, and more, safely and cash-free. Your Cola Cash wallet shows your balance at a glance, and you can easily access other options like in-app notifications from every transaction, agent locations, and merchant locations whenever you need to. And if you ever need help, our support team is just a tap away, ready to assist. Download Cola Cash today on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and experience the freedom of fast, secure payments wherever you are. Cola Cash, improving the way you spend, send, receive, save, and pay.
As the Lfa heads to elections on April 18 in Maryland County, Intersports brings together key stakeholders for an interactive evaluation program titled Lfa Decides 2026. This platform provides 45 minutes of daily interaction, giving every member of our football family, from grassroots clubs to national heroes, an opportunity to have their voice heard over the next 6 weeks. The upcoming election for President and Executive Committee members promises transparency, unity, and progress for our beautiful game. Join me in Ben Gagba Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and take part in shaping the future of Liberian football. Your vote and your voice matter. Don't miss Lfa Decides 2026, beginning Monday, March 2 at 11 a.m. on Intersports, the passion for broadcasting.